because Huk has tons of cannons, tons of bases, and MVP has basically like one mining base over here. Sure, he's massively mining out the gold with tons of mules, and he's going to have tremendous income. But A, no gas, so no ghosts and less marauders, and certainly no tanks. He's just switched up into M&M because it's so cheap, and only 40 harvesters, so down 30 harvesters, down, I guess you'd say, 2 bases. I mean, the Nationals mined out for Huk. Just got 100 minerals left. Wow, that was a bad one. Zealot's sitting down around there, and he pretty much knows that he doesn't really have to do anything. I mean, he's way ahead of the economy, and if MVP does not defend this base, he's basically screwed. So tons of Zealots coming out, so he's got the air, he's got the ground, but I'm thinking those Vikings could really kind of derp on these carriers right here. They do have full shields, and those full shields are pretty great thanks to the shield upgrades. They do have 3 shields. Actually, that's their armor. He did get all 3 shield upgrades. That's pretty baller. I did not realize that was what you had to do when you went massive air, but I guess you need as many shields as you can get. The heady marauder count is actually kind of going to hurt. Oh, Failstorm is failed. And then we got the medevacs. Let's see, we have 2 ghosts. Yeah, 2 ghosts in the army, full energy, so these guys are in massive danger of getting killed via EMPs, or via feedbacks from these High Templar. Let's see, where are the High Templar for Huk? I'm going to blink the Stalkers over. 1 High Templar right there. If we go ahead and check out the unit tab, we see 2 Dark Templar, 1 there, and 1 somewhere else. So much stuff going on. There's the army, and that is Stormbait if I have ever seen it. 2 ghosts. Where's the High Templar? 5 High Templar. So he's got the High Templar waltzing around in his army, or most likely behind it, on some dumb hotkey. If we go ahead and select one of his units, does he have the High Templar on a different hotkey? No, I guess he doesn't. He has Stalkers, Carriers, 1 Warp Prism. So he's got the High Templar in a Warp Prism. Oh my goodness, that's so pro! Because if you have them in the Warp Prism and the Ghost EMPs it, then the High Templar don't lose their energy. So he's thinking there may be an expansion over here, and indeed he does have one floating over there, even though it's going to take about 1 million years to get over there. However, those plans are kind of shut down by, you know, 5 carriers. That'll do it for you. So he's going to be moving out with, that's a lot of Marines. I did not realize he had that many Marines. But massive M&M ball, massive amount of Vikings, and this is MVP macro. He has half as many bases, and he still comes up with all these troops. I mean, sure, they're super cheap, but I mean, seriously. Yeah, those interceptors are going to kind of own his army. And he turns around and stems, and here goes the fight. Cloaked Ghosts, not able to EMP the High Templars. There, where are the storms? Oh my goodness, so many storms! And there goes the army of MVP. Oh my goodness, there's absolutely nothing left in there without, like, 2 health. So does EMP the Stalkers, blinks out before the second EMP, and almost all the shields gone on there anyway. So I'm gonna guess this is gonna go to Huk. I mean he has a lot of Vikings that are focus firing down the carriers, and actually I think Vikings are pretty good. He does have 0-0 on those, even though these guys have 3 shields. He does manage to take out all the Vikings. Actually, he pulls the Vikings over there. Actually, these are reinforcements. Tons of Marines on the ground, and those carriers are going to go down. He's got these on auto-make interceptors. Definitely a must-have for carriers. Not sure why he doesn't turn around and try to kill these off. There goes 1, and there goes the other one. So he does actually manage to save one of the carriers. Can he get away? Is he going to stem the Marines? Oh, there's a Ghost. The Ghost could totally snipe that thing down. It would take 2 snipes. Or, yeah, 2 snipes? 45 damage. So, yeah, 2 snipes. But now it gets shields back at a pretty alarming rate, as these are not Starcraft 1 shields. Tank on the high ground. That's pretty good, except that carriers are a little bit better. Why would you storm there? I mean, seriously, do you just have that many storms just waiting to use? There go all the High Templar. Morphing an Archon in the back to try to get something done. 1 more storm, and I think that's about all that Huk can do with this Templar there. Stalling with Zealots a little bit, and now here comes this horribly red push. Oh my goodness, they could absolutely destroy that Archon. The Archon with level 3 shields is going to be pretty beast. Actually, that's 3 armor. Still researching ground weapons level 1. Does have level 2 armor for his units. continuing to train interceptors in his carriers. Has 2 carriers there. If we check out the production tab, which I, have been totally neglecting this entire time, continuing to pump carriers, continuing to pump warp prisms to protect his High Templar, massing a whole lot of interceptors, because that's, what you do. Shields almost all the way back on this Archon, so Archon's a useful unit to toy have. Not hallucinated or anything, just got the, I wonder, because EMP detects hallucinated units, if it also like dispels them or does double damage, because, they have shields and are hallucinations. I have no idea. I guess how much I play Protoss. Not a whole lot. But in other news, Huk blocking MVP's expansion with a Dark Templar. Gonna be building the missile turret. Missile turret's down. He actually scanned, even though he could have waited like 2 seconds for the missile turret to come up. Scan is gonna go away, but the army for MVP all the way pulled back. If we select everything, we see mostly green. So they need a whole lot more medevacs in order for this to be effective. And right now, MVP floating away his main command center and his natural command center. And this is basically all MVP has, these 3 command centers. So let's check out the units lost tab by actually clicking it, because I'm a noob. And we're going to see that more units lost for MVP, more resources, basically everything is going in Huk's favor, except this is a long macro game. And what don't you want MVP in? A long macro game. Actually, I think there was a long macro game between like MVP and Marine King Prime. That was quite entertaining, and Marine King actually won it with superb, or was it MMA? I have no idea. All I know is the game was epic, and it was long, and MVP did not win it. So hopefully that whole not winning long macro games thing will work out here for Huk, or for Huk. Yeah, anyways, tons of mules up there. Decides not to drop off the warp prism, just leaves that expansion. What is it with Huk not scouting bases? If we switch to his vision, he doesn't even know it's there. Back to everyone, we see, oh my goodness, double medevac drop! Gonna snipe the Nexus, gonna snipe the gateways, and absolutely nothing going on in here. He's gonna try to warp in like DTs or something, or maybe he's just gonna go for it. He's just gonna kill off these bases. He says, I got plenty of bases, I don't care what you do there. Warps in 3 DTs that are gonna absolutely clean this up in no time at all. A little bit of a Artosis pylon situation there, but in the meantime, SCVs go down, Interceptors kind of owning up everything down here, Storm's softening up the army, and absolutely no hit points anymore, so looks like MVP's army is gone. If we check out the unit tab, that's about it. So GG from IMMVP, and Huk is going to take this superior macro all game long, or superior macro advantage with all the bases and stuff, but Ninja expansion, and this little guy over here, which just now got scouted, definitely kept him in the game, and then with some baller macro made this a lot closer than it was at first. Some pro points were the tech switches to Void Rays and carriers. Love games with carriers, and does in fact mix in Colossus at the end too. Basically, a couple of pro plays were Huk picking up his High Templar into the warp prisms to keep him from getting EMP'd, and blind scouting the Banshees coming out early on. Queued up. How far have we fallen? So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was a really long replay, really epic, and hopefully we can find a few more of these. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.